Well, that tutorial is about how to move objects, how to copy and paste them, and to merge them. I have prepared already this cube here, what you see here, this cube of this wireframe, by which we can nicely learn about how to do that. Moving, merging, copying is something about modifying, and as I have mentioned already in the leading introductory courses tutorial, modifying something is only possible if we are in the create mode. So you have to make sure that we are in the create mode, then it is possible. Moving objects means in particular to move nodes. By moving nodes we are also modifying and moving elements. To move a node, we first of all have to select it, and after we have selected it, we release the mouse and we again select it, keep the mouse pressed, and then we can just move this node around here in the XZ plane, or if we go here in the XY plane, we can do it there, or wherever, in which view we are just selecting this node and we are moving it. Now we are also able to move nodes here in the perspective view. There we have to make sure that we are not in the perspective view. That means you see, if I now press the left mouse and move it, we are just modifying the view. Then we have to change the mode, going into the back of this view, press the right mouse button and just deselect perspective view. Then we are now in, let's say, the select mode. You see it with the change of the cursor. And then again we can press the button of the left mouse at this point, and we're just now able to move that point here within the perspective view. That means we are not moving it into the actual perspective projection plane. Okay, let's go back into the original positions of that node. I just do that within this projected views, put it back into here, put it back into here, and make sure that everything is fine. Okay, that was moving of one node. We can of course select more than one node by the rubber band, and if we now press the button again, the left mouse at one of these nodes, you just see that we are now simultaneously move all of these selected nodes, and we can do that of course within all of the other perspectives of other views, or just proceed here as an example. So by that we are able just to move the object into place where we would like to have it, or selecting all of them. I think it's straightforward that you understand that we are now able to move the complete body as a whole. Next is the question, how can we take copies of our objects? The idea is perhaps if we just have one cube, that we would like to put a copy of the cube on top of the first one just to create a tower. How can we do that? Again, we select everything what we would like to copy. Then we go into the back of the view, the drop down menu of our view here. Then you see we have here the entry copy. By that we put everything into a buffer, and you see as a consequence of that there's just one node highlighted in orange. That is what we call the reference node. That means the following: if we now go with our cursor somewhere else, perhaps here, and I again press the right mouse button to come to the drop down menu of the view, and if we now say paste, that means the copy of our object will now paste it exactly there where the reference node will be located, where we just trigger this operation. Again, you see this node is now automatically be selected to be the reference node. Then perhaps you go to there, and where we now have the crosshair cursor, and I put the right hand mouse button and go down to paste. That's where now this copy will be located. I just take away these copies by selecting all of them, going into the back of the view, scrolling down to delete selection, and put it away. So that's copy and paste. There's another possibility to copy and paste, which is in principle, first of all, starting by the same, which says, okay, put everything in the buffer. Then we can press simultaneously the Control button and the Z key. By that, like as you are used to that, working with perhaps Microsoft Word, other software where Control Z means copy. And remember, what is it? The pasting operation in Microsoft is Control V. And then we have exactly the same with Control V, that we just receive a copy here exactly at this position. And we can just repeat that, Control V, Control V. Let's select all the copies and just take them away. By the way, if you just press Control and I, then receive an info screen where you can see all the shortcuts what you can do with Control C, what we just have used, and Control V, what we have used. We can also type C, M, and Z without any control, just to enter the centering, moving, and zoom options of the view. For instance, here going to the back, pressing M, then we are able to move it. Pressing Z, we are able to zoom the view. Anyway, okay, now let's start to create a tower. To compose a tower, again, we just select our basic module. We can go here through the menu to copy it. And then you see we have perhaps here this as the reference node, which in the XZ view is not really visible because it's behind of that node in the front. So what you see in the XZ projection is exactly the projection, and we can see it here in that view from the in the Z direction, in the Y direction. Sorry, you see here the Y coordinate, the Y-axis is just coming out of the screen towards you. That exactly means if we're looking at this body, we're just looking in opposite direction of the Y axis. That means we are in that view, we're watching here from the bottom upright. That means this node bottom left is exactly that one here. So that means you are not really able to stable that guy as we would like to do it. So that means you have to select another reference point, and that is pretty simple. So with the selected object, we just select another reference point. You see it highlighted with this orange point, orange node. So and stable the next copy on top of that means that putting the bottom left corner perhaps on top of the top left corner. You see it here in the 3D view. I just rotate it a little bit. Now come on, rotate it a little bit. So what we did, we copy what we have selected into the buffer. Then we select a reference point, which is here bottom left. You see it here. And to put this copy of this cube on top of the other would be just to take care that the reference point will be copied up to the left node at the top. Let's do it. So we have copied it already, and then I move to the respective node here at the top, and there I just say okay, paste buffer, and whoop. So we have received now a little tower made out of 2 of these cubes. We can do the same thing, just growing our construction more to the right here in X direction. The same idea. I just take a copy. We can also do it with Control C. And then we are just making sure, you see it here, the reference point, the reference point, that this reference point will be copied into place where we would like to have it next, perhaps here. Paste buffer. Wow, that was not really successful. So what we can do in this case is that we just move the object. No, that was not nice. Undo last action. So we can just move the object into the right place, making sure in all of the views that is the case, and just move it into place, and there we are. Automatically it will be made sure that items like nodes and elements, which seem to become double by these operations, will be merged into just one remaining one. So we can check if that is successful just by selecting, for instance, this node. And if everything has been merged and we are moving that node, you see that everything is just moving as it should be, telling us, yeah, indeed, there's only one node left here. The same story and all the other nodes which should be merged. So as we move that, you see there are only one elements attached to that, and it just seems indeed just only one node. Okay, that are the ideas of copying and pasting and merging and moving. Thank you.